thanks for joining me today. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through what I got for my kids as we prepare for back to school. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I'm a married mom of 3, and I post weekly content with cleaning, organization, and decluttering motivation. If you do enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as it does help my channel a lot. If you do enjoy my content, I'd love for you to become a subscriber, so don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss future videos from me. So my kids are getting ready to head back to school. My oldest will be starting grade 2, and he goes back on the 10th for a couple hours to learn the new procedures and where the sanitation stations are and everything when it comes to back to school, because of course everything's a little different now with the pandemic. And then my daughter starts kindergarten this year, so she starts on the 14th and does a gradual entry, which they do every year. It's just simply delayed by a week. So we've chosen to send our kids back to school. Our kids really miss seeing some of their friends, and my son absolutely loves learning from his teachers, and so we've just made the decision to send our kids back to school full time. So that's what we've decided. I trust, everyone will make the decision that's best for their family, but that's what we've decided for our kids. So when it comes to my daughter here, I don't have a lot of supplies for her because she is in kindergarten, so therefore what they do is they purchase the supplies for all the kids and then they distribute them there, so we don't have to actually buy much ahead of time. So one thing both my kids have is they both have Roots backpacks. I'm in Canada here, so we get them at Costco. They're around $20 or $25, and honestly, they hold up so well. This one right here is my son. He's 7. He's had this since he was 4, and no zippers are torn, no fabric's torn. They're honestly in incredible shape, and he used it for school every day, for kindergarten, grade 1, and he used it for preschool as well. And we've taken it on vacations, so definitely hold up the test of time. Both of them also have a Roots lunch bag, and my son again has used this since he was 4, and it's nothing wrong with it. It's in perfect shape. So definitely worth it. They don't cost a lot, but also they're from Costco, so definitely worth every penny. So here we have some hand sanitizer I got for both my kids. I got these little bottles off Amazon. I like them because they have a little keychain there, so I've attached both of them with some hand sanitizer on their backpacks. And then I've also put some in their lunch bag pouches here, so they can have some when they have lunch. And then I'll show you my oldest, I threw another bottle in there. I may be over prepared with the hand sanitizer, but I figure it doesn't hurt to have extra. I'm gonna send my kids each with a mask in a Ziploc bag in the front pouch of this backpack. Now, they don't have to wear one because of their age, but then if they choose to wear one, they can. So one thing I love about the Roots backpack is that it has so many pouches. Like, look how many pouches. There's this little pouch here, one here, this one, the big one, and then it has a pouch on this side, a pouch on this side, and a mesh for a water bottle. And what's also cool is inside the backpack in the big pouch, they have this little folder section here. And what's great about it is, like in kindergarten, they get sent home with a folder every day. So I would tuck the folder in there, or my son's home reading would go in there, and then it never got wrecked or mangled in the rest of the backpack when they put things in. So really great backpacks, definitely worth every penny. And honestly, I love that they're inexpensive and they last, because I don't really want to buy a new backpack every year. And that's why we went with these ones instead of some of the nice character ones, because we're like, their legs are going to change every year, and I don't want to be buying a backpack every year. Especially, I have 3 kids. It could get expensive real fast if I'm buying 3 backpacks every single year. So my daughter, the only thing I got for her is I got her some indoor shoes. I got these off Amazon. She loves them because they're pink and purple. So I got those for her. And then for my kids this year, because of everything with COVID, I saw these at Superstore. So I thought they were great for lunch, and they fit in their lunch bags. Is I got these bento boxes for them because they want us to send them with a litterless lunch. So any garbage that comes with them has to go home with them. So I thought these would work out great because they can hold a lot of food. So like, I'm gonna put some like applesauce in here. This tray comes out, so you can put, say, some cookies or fish crackers, and then you can put something else under here. In here you can put their sandwich, and then below you can put some berries or apples or something. So lots of different little storage compartments, and my daughter tried it out today. She can open it no problem. And then it fits nicely in their lunch bag. And then they have everything kind of contained. They can just open their lunch bag, open their bento box, and they don't have all these containers all over the desk. So I think it'll work out really well, especially with the pandemic and everything going on. So that's what I have for her here. And then the last thing I have is a water bottle, because they do need to have a water bottle at school, especially with no water fountains and everything else. So I got this actually from Costco as well. So yes, I like to shop at Costco. It's a Zulu water bottle, and it's supposed to be leak proof, they say. Now, we have conjugal water bottles which also claim to be leak proof, and they were not leak proof. They were for the first like month, and then they weren't. So I'm determined to find a leak proof water bottle, and maybe this is it. We used these for 9 days on vacation, and they never leaked. And my son's biggest thing that he loved about them was that they were a bit bigger than the other ones, and he didn't get sprayed with a straw, because with the other ones the straw pops up and then it'd spray him with water. This one just pops open the lid here, and then they can close it again. So no spraying in the face or anything. So my son loves this, and my daughter liked it as well. So that's what I got for water bottles for her. So that's kind of all I have for her. Now, before I forget, I'll talk about the labels here. So these are the labels I used for my son. I've had them for probably 3 or 4 years. Well, probably 3 years. I think they're from Walmart, but don't quote me on it because I've had them for so long I don't actually remember, and I don't know what brand they are. But they're just Lightning McQueen ones. And then the other ones that now I get, so these ones are almost done, but I ordered some off Amazon, and they're Emily pressed labels, and they're awesome. So you can get ones for fabric, and you can get ones that are dishwasher safe, so for containers and stuff. And honestly, they hold up. My son had a water bottle he had used for 2 or 3 years, and I put a label on it at the beginning, and the label has never come off, and the water bottles have been gone through the dishwasher, they've been hand washed, they've been soaked in water, and the label has not budged or smudged or anything. So all you do basically is you write their name here, and then you peel off the whole label, stick it on the item, and then you peel back this white thing, and then there's a plastic clear thing that sticks over top of it, and that's essentially how you protect it from the water. And they work great. So these are, my daughter loves these ones because they have little flowers and stuff. They're kind of cute. And then I have some other ones coming for my 2 boys that I'll use over time, but honestly, they work great. Now for my son, when it comes to the school stuff, he has a lunch bag, the bento box, and hand sanitizer in here. He has a hand sanitizer on here as well. And his indoor shoes, I didn't have to buy because he's using last year's shoes. Now, I'm going to sew this Velcro back on, but otherwise, like, the soles are in really good shape, so, and he still fits them. So he's going to use these again, so that kind of saves some money by not having to buy shoes. He also has a water bottle, so different color. So far they've been really good. And then when it comes to his school supplies, we had a couple options. So we get the list. You can order it through a program called School Start, or a website called School Start. So you essentially go on, pick the school that your kid's going to, and then it shows the supplies. Now there's a certain package that you can't pick and choose that portion of supplies, like the duotangs and notebooks and stuff like that. But then there's another portion that has like a highlighter, a pen, a Sharpie, and that sort of thing. Those type of items, you can pick and choose what you want to get. So there's a few things that I didn't get from there that I could use that I already had from home, or that he's reusing from last year. So because I wasn't sure where things were going to go with the pandemic, and with the fact that I don't take my kids to the store, so there's sometimes limited times that we can shop because of my work schedule and my husband's, I just simply decided, you know what, I'm going to order it online. It got shipped to my house in like a week, and then it was done and I had it. So this was back in July, so I've had this for a while. So I'm just going to kind of show you what kind of things I have for him and what things I've reused from previous years. Now when it comes to labeling, I label everything. Like, I label everything down to every single pencil has a label on it. Because especially with everything with the pandemic, I want him to know what items are his, but even non-pandemic times, I label every pencil, every crayon, every marker, whatever they have, their name is on it. So the first thing I have here for him is I have a bunch of duotangs. So they have various colors because they usually kind of itemize them. Each subject is one color. So the whole class has like a yellow one for, say, social studies, and a green one for, say, math. So that's why they have the different colors. So I have 6 of these. And the next thing here is he has 6 notebooks. There's 3 different kinds of notebooks. So this first one here has lines and a blank section on top. So I know, like, in grade 1, they would use these to write a journal entry, and then they draw a picture that corresponded with what they wrote. So he has 2 of those. And then the next one here is just simply a plain one, so no lines or anything. So he has 2 of those ones. And then this last one here is all lined. So he has 2 of those as well. So I do have like 1 extra, I think, from last year, so I could have used it, but because I just ordered the whole package, I couldn't itemize the notebooks. They were part of the package. There wasn't something I could just say I wanted 5 of or whatever. So I have those. I have a ruler here, which I'm hoping he will not lose, and he can keep this until he graduates and then take it with him when he moves out and goes to university. So this is something that, like I said, over the time, I'm not going to probably order some of the packages anymore, because eventually I will have a compilation of stuff that he can reuse every year and I don't have to buy. So this was something that he will have for a long time. We have some pencil crayons here and some markers. And again, like what I'm going to evaluate at the end of this year is if he has all the pencil crayons and they're not super short, he can use them again next year. Markers, if they're not dead and he has most of the colors, then he can use these again next year and not have to buy them every year. The one thing we are using again from last year is his pencil box. So it's in fine shape. He wanted to get something different that was cooler, but I told him that he was reusing the one that he had last year because I'm not buying a new one when his other one's perfectly fine. So in the pencil box here, he needed a pencil sharpener, which we already had one at home, so I didn't order one through the site. I just simply used one we already had. Some white glue. He had to get new scissors this year because apparently the scissors he had last year were smaller. So these ones are actually a bit bigger, so we couldn't reuse the scissors, but I can use the scissors for his sister when she goes to grade 1. Erasers. So there's 3 erasers that was on the list, but I'm only sending him with 1 eraser because I don't find it necessary to send all 3 at once. I'd rather him use this until it's quite small, and then I can send him with another one, or if he loses it. Glue stick. Yeah, he also needs 3 of them, but I'm only sending 1 to school for now because again, I don't see the need to have 3 going at once. You might as well use up 1 first before you use the other one. And then he needed a red pen, a Sharpie, and a highlighter. So these are something that we didn't have to order from this site because we had these at home, because you're not going to buy 1 from the store, but I already had some at home, fortunately, because unfortunately I like stationery, so I've stockpiled a few times, so now I'm good for stuff like that. And then he has pencils. Now, on the list is 24 pencils, and I don't really think it's necessary to send him to school with 24 pencils right off the bat. So like I have these 2 boxes of pencils, I have the 2 glue sticks and the 2 erasers. Now, I'm not sending him to school with these. I'll keep them in a box at home. And I kind of told him, I said, if you run low on something, I said, let me know. I will send you to school with the more items. But I don't find it necessary that he has to have all this at school, especially because with the pandemic, I don't know where they would put it. So I'd rather keep it at home where it's safe and everything else. So yeah, so that's kind of what I have for my kids. I have school supplies for my son going in grade 2. I have running shoes for him for inside, his lunch bag, his bento box, and lots of hand sanitizer. I actually, in the pencil box for my son, I put a little hand sanitizer in there as well, so then he always has some at his desk. So that's all I have for my kids. So my daughter, pretty straightforward. My son, not too much that I have going on yet. I mean, they are young, so they don't have a lot of supplies that they need. And it actually was pretty reasonably cost ordering from this website. I didn't price it out anywhere, but I feel like it was not too bad, so I was totally fine paying it. So I'm curious, let me know in the comments below, how are your kids' schools going, if they've already started, or are your kids excited to go back to school? My kids are so excited to go back to school, and so they just can't wait. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope all of you have a great back to school for your kids, however that looks like. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you did enjoy my content, I'd love for you to become a subscriber. So don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss future videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!